client came into my room, showed me an article of a guy from New York who ran with one leg. And I told myself then if he could run, one day I'd be able to run too. And then I had a dream that came into my head that one day I'd try and run across Canada.
How's everybody doing today? So here I am in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. This is the hometown of Terry Fox. Now that name may not be familiar to international viewers of my channel. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, viewers from all over. But if you're a Canadian viewer, you know the name Terry Fox. From a young age, you learn the name Terry Fox in school. Movies, documentaries, it doesn't matter. There's a viewer of mine who suggested to me twice to come out to do something about Terry Fox, Carson. And Carson's a younger viewer, and he knows all about him. So Terry Fox is still being, his story is still being taught in schools, which is incredible. One of the most inspirational young men you will ever hear about is Terry Fox. And this is my friend Chad, a viewer of my channel as well.
That's right.
Chad lives here in British Columbia, and you know a lot about Terry Fox.
I try. Yeah, he is definitely a Canadian hero.
Yeah, an icon. And we're standing outside of his house.
That's right.
His childhood home. Now let's give a brief synopsis, and then we'll go a little bit more into detail about his life. But essentially, Terry Fox lost a leg to cancer.
That's correct. Yeah.
When he was, how old was he?
He was only, I think, like 20, early 20s.
Yeah, because he was already in university.
Yes, yeah. So
it was 1977 when he lost his leg.
That's right. And he sadly passed away in 1981 here at a very young age due to cancer of the bone.
Yeah.
So yeah, Canadian icon here, and we're actually where he lives right now.
And the reason he's a Canadian icon is because he embarked on something called the Marathon of Hope.
That's right.
Where he was going to run across Canada, and there is footage of that is ingrained in your mind if you're a Canadian.
That's right.
From the film footage you watch, if you weren't around when he was alive, anybody remembers that footage of him with that certain run that he did with the hop. Right. You just think about him.
And then there was a van always behind him,
which I believe had his brother and someone else in it.
His brother's name's Doug, I believe, and he had another brother, Daryl, and his best friend, his name's Doug.
And they followed behind.
That's right.
So the point of it was he was running across Canada to raise money for cancer awareness, and he wanted to get $1 from there was 24 million Canadians at the time. That's right. $1 from each Canadian.
That's right. And he was actually inspired by a runner, an American runner, which inspired him to do this and raise money for cancer research.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Terry Fox is synonymous with Canada.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure he's known all over the world too as well.
Yeah.
The accomplishments he did. So
I think the most famous Canadians I could think of off the top: Wayne Gretzky, John Kennedy, Terry Fox.
Easily.
If you're from Canada.
Easily.
Right?
Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
Easily, he's definitely top.
Everybody knows the name Terry Fox in Canada.
For sure.
This is his childhood home, and then I'm going to take you to the school that he went to that's now named after him. But this is Terry Fox's childhood home right here.
Yeah, we're at Morrill Street here in Port Coquitlam, and this is where he actually was, his childhood home. This is where everything happened.
Right. So this is his childhood home. He was born in Manitoba. Then I believe the family moved to Surrey first, and then here, Port Coquitlam. But this is where he lived. This is Terry Fox's childhood home. And his family does not live here anymore, correct? No.
His mother and father actually passed away already.
Oh, his mother and father passed. I did not know that. Wow. There it is. And as I showed you the sign that's here on the street, so he would train right along this route right here.
Wake up early in the morning, every single morning, and this is where he would start training.
Right there.
So I'm sure right out these doors, he did his morning stretches and just ran around.
You know what's strange is when I was little, learning about Terry Fox, I thought he was so inspirational, such a hero, but I thought he was so much older.
That's right, yeah.
You know, because he was 21, I think. It was,
Yeah, early 20s.
So to me, he was so much older.
Yeah.
And now that I'm on the opposite side of 21, I think how young he was to
He
do
was
something like that.
way ahead of his
It's so
mentality.
weird
Yeah,
how that happens. Like
absolutely.
now I think, wow, he was so young when he attempted such an incredible feat
Early 20s, unbelievable kid.
to run across Canada.
Yeah.
If Canada, the size of it is incredible. To think about running across
Yeah,
Canada, he wanted to, and he ran the equivalent of a marathon a day.
that's right.
That's right. Yeah, a marathon a
He
day.
started in Fort St. John, New Brunswick, or the very end of Canada, the eastern part. What was the eastern part of Canada?
He started in, where did he start?
Yes,
So we just checked quickly. It was
That's
St.
right.
John's, Newfoundland, and
St.
he dipped his leg
that's right.
in the Atlantic
And
Ocean.
there's still actually a bottle of water there in the museum. I'm not sure where it is, but like, yeah, there's a bottle of water where he dipped
Oh,
his
really?
leg, yeah, and then it's been preserved. And so he started it there, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish the whole marathon, and he ended in Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Now we're going to take you and show you the school named after Terry Fox right here in Port Coquitlam. So here we are at the Terry Fox Theater, which is right beside the Terry Fox Secondary School. This is named after him, and this is the privately run theater, but it's attached to the school. But here it is. Now, he's its most famous graduate, and that's why the school is named after him. There's a statue right over here. School's in session, so I'm just going to go and get a quick shot of the statue and of where it says Terry Fox Secondary School. He excelled at basketball. He really wanted to play basketball. He was an all-around sportsman, but I believe his junior high teacher was the one that suggested to him to long distance running.
That's right.
And he didn't want to do it at first,
No.
but he wanted to please his coach.
That's right.
And
he loved it.
He loved it.
Yep.
Found he had a knack for it. Let's go get a look at that statue that's right over there. So if you look here, they said the building has been moved. So I'm not sure if this is the original location of the building or not. But here it is. This is the statue of Terry Fox right here. And now we're going to go to Port Coquitlam's
Cemetery.
Port Coquitlam Cemetery.
It's not that far from here.
And we'll show you Terry Fox's final resting place. Let's go. very small cemetery, the Port Coquitlam Cemetery. And I thought it was going to be difficult because there's no information about where Terry's grave is exactly. But myself and Chad just did a quick little drive around, and it's a raised grave. It's right here. It wasn't too hard to find. It's nicely decorated right here. So here we are here. This would be Terry Fox's grave. Yeah. Wow. Terrence Stanley Fox, July 28th, 1958, June 28th, 1981. He made his too short life into a marathon of courage and hope. And there's something left behind. No one in my family survived cancer, but cancer research allowed little Ben to live 17 years. And the Terry Fox runs gave us hope. Thank you, Terry. That's beautiful. I see a lot of people come out here. There he is there. And his mother's grave is right here. Betty Lou Fox died in 2011. There she is with Terry. And his father, Roland Murray Fox, who died in 2016. Never regret growing old. It's a privilege denied to many. We'll always remember the jokes you told. Over and over, they grew old. So he ran 33 kilometers a day.
Wow.
And it was, by the time he couldn't run anymore, he had run, I think, 5,373 kilometers.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's unbelievable.
Like I said before, that's a marathon a day.
That's on one leg.
On one leg. Wow. So there's still marathons all across Canada named after Terry Fox.
That's right.
All the time. And raise millions for cancer research.
Absolute icon, this guy.
Icon is correct, yeah. And if you're looking for Terry Fox's grave, that's the entranceway right there. You're just gonna come in and do a little loop, come around to the back. There's just one simple roadway through it. Go to the back, stop. There's Terry Fox's grave. So we were just talking. I've watched a few documentaries, and in school we had to watch movies about Terry Fox.
Right.
Documentaries.
Right.
And CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. But there's a movie as well.
That's right. It was made in the mid-'80s here.
Yeah.
The Terry Fox story.
Right.
I believe it's Canadian-based, of course, and it stars Robert Duvall.
As his father or as his coach? Do you remember?
His coach.
As his coach. Who plays Terry Fox in the movie?
I forgot his name, to be honest with you, but amazing movie. It's so it's really something that I can't explain, but it's just a pure movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not Hollywood or anything like that. It's just a pure movie. Good old Canadian movie from the 80s.
Great.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I don't remember that movie, but I'm going to watch it.
I watched it when I was a kid, and that's how much I appreciate Terry Fox because of that movie here.
Yeah.
Gotta
Terry
see
Fox, Canadian icon.
That's right. Rest in peace, Terry Fox.
And thanks for taking me around today,
Hey, you
Chad.
got it.
All right. Peace to Terry Fox. Peace
Take
and love
care.
to you. Peace out.